On June 10th, 2021, at 5:45 a.m., the FBI raided my home, cuffed me, my best friend, in front of his 3 and 7-year-old sons, and two other housemates of mine. 20 agents, assault rifles drawn. I'm sitting there thinking, this is what you do when you're going into the head of Antifa's house. But Antifa's just an idea, right? Cuffed and held outside in nothing but my sweatpants. I was floored just thinking, this is what they do for mobsters, sex traffickers, gun runners, not someone whose biggest crime in their life has been drinking and driving, not someone who's calling for the end of the trafficking of our children, not someone who's calling for God to be put back into our culture, not someone who is asking the citizens to be more civic minded and run for local office, but the bad guys. But no, there they were in my home, and 5 hours of interrogation, denial of legal counsel, producing a warrant only hours after they begin their search, going through my personal property, taking photos, taking my laptops, my cell phone, and two MAGA hats, among other things, effectively blocking my way to make a living in this new digital world that's been developed. One can only imagine what happens to the mind, body, and soul in such a shock and awe moment. And after they left and the dust settled, all I wanted to do was scream to the world how deeply wrong all of this was. That was the easy part. The hard part was the quiet moments. Those moments where darkness and despair could take over. But thank God for God. He's taught me to take a pause, meditate, and pray. And like many times before, I did. And the answers came. As tears of frustration rolled down my face, I heard, this is the time. This is what we've been preparing for. And don't worry, I got you. I have to continue to stand up and fight because they want us to shrink in the darkness. I'm not one of the 500 citizens still held in DC with no due process. I can still stand up and fight. I'm not the 72-year-old man shackled from ankle, waist to wrist in front of his grandchildren. I can still stand up and fight. I'm not that child locked in the dark corner, screaming to God, why? I can still stand up and fight. And make no mistake, this is the great battle of our time, and God chose us. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age. And I, just like you, can still stand up and fight. We owe it to those that came before us, those that paid the ultimate price to be a part of what this promise that is America. Now it's our turn. It's our turn to be added to the great story that is America and fight for her. So I say again, thank you, Larry. Thank you, Ash, for giving me a time just to speak a little bit of what happened to me and what's going on today. God bless all of you, and God bless the United States of America.